Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. The Bad News Bears is a 1976 film that was directed by Michael Ritchie, and it was written by Bill Lancaster, the son of Burt Lancaster. The film stars Walter Matthau and the amazing Tatum O'Neal. The storyline goes that a perpetually semi-inebriated, beer-drinking, cigar-smoking, one-time Major League pitcher turned professional pool cleaner, Morris Buttermaker, agrees to coach San Fernando Valley's hopeless Little League baseball team, called the Bears. The coach has to show this band of oddballs the ropes to at least have a fighting chance in their upcoming championship. He goes so far as to recruit a streetwise 12-year-old daughter of one of his ex-girlfriends, who's a first-rate pitcher. Her name is Amanda. He also corrals a juvenile delinquent named Kelly Leak, who's a motorcycle punk who happens to be the best player around. Brimming with confidence now, the Bears look to sweep into the championship game and avenge an earlier loss to their nemesis, the Yankees. The movie was filmed in and around Los Angeles, primarily in the San Fernando Valley. The field where they played is in Mason Park on Mason Avenue in Chatsworth. Matthau's character is exceptional. The coach he plays is a drunken, loud ex-professional pitcher who drives a run-down blue Cadillac convertible. You also see Vic Morrow in the film as he plays Roy Turner, the coach for the nemesis team of the Yankees. He's super aggressive and competitive. Tatum O'Neal plays Amanda Wurlitzer, the 11-year-old star pitcher for the Bears, who feels insecure about her tomboy image. She's reunited with Buttermaker to help the team start winning. She's no nonsense and a great pitcher who was taught by Buttermaker himself when she was young. The boys on the team grow to be very protective of her, picking a fight with their rivals during the championship game when she's kicked in the chest. Reportedly, Walter Matthau was paid $750,000 for the role that he plays. Tatum O'Neal was paid $350,000 and 8% of the net profits. This is an amazing salary for a girl this young. In preparation for the film, she trained with a professional sports trainer for many weeks before filming started in August of 1975. They wanted to do everything they could to get her pitch to look perfect. Although some of the pitches in the movie were done by stunt doubles, O'Neal did the bulk of her own pitching, which is really rare for a movie like this. Throughout the film, Coach Buttermaker is constantly drinking beer, yet he's very seldom seen drinking a beer of the same brand name. At various times you can see him drinking Budweiser, Miller High Life, Schlitz, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and Mickey's Big Mouth. And also Coors pops up too. The Bears are the only team in their league whose nickname and colors were not borrowed from a Major League Baseball team. This helps reinforce their status as complete misfits and underdogs. In the film, neither of the Aguilar brothers could speak English, but in reality, Jamie Escobedo, who played Jose, and George Gonzalez, who played Miguel, were in fact completely fluent in English and didn't know how to speak Spanish. They had to learn their entire dialogue strictly in Spanish before filming began. Jodie Foster was the original choice to play Amanda, but she dropped out of this in order to play Iris in Martin Scorsese's movie Taxi Driver. There's quite a few actors and directors who absolutely love this film. Quentin Tarantino's crazy about it, and the actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, along with Kevin Smith, call it one of their favorite movies. When this film came out, it was popular, and aside from 2 sequels and 1 remake, the movie was also adapted as a half-hour TV sitcom that ran from 1979 to 1980. The television series ran for 26 episodes on CBS, with Jack Warden starring in the role of Morris Buttermaker, and Corey Feldman was also in the cast. It was revealed in several interviews that in order to get the cast to bond together before rehearsal started in 1975, one of the things they did was take the whole cast to a movie theater to watch The Day of the Locust from 1975. It's also been revealed that the bottles of beer that the Bears drink from after the championship game actually contain ginger ale. After Jodie Foster turned down the role of Amanda, they sought out Christy McNichol and offered her that role. After successfully auditioning, the producers told her that they would begin filming pretty soon and to start preparing for it. But all of a sudden, over one weekend, they completely changed their minds. She got a disappointing call from them telling her that they were giving the role to Tatum O'Neal. This pair would later co-star together in Little Darlings in 1980. Bill Lancaster, the screenplay writer, based everything on his experiences with his father, Burt Lancaster. Buttermaker was said to be a carbon copy of Burt, who was known for his terrible grumpiness with everybody. He based the character of Amanda on himself. If you'll remember, Burt Lancaster would later be cast as the aged version of early 20th century ball player Archibald Moonlight Graham in Field of Dreams from 1989. The filmmakers used the trick of using handheld cameras in many of the baseball scenes. This was done to give the film more of a documentary feel. At one point in the movie, Coach Buttermaker comments to Amanda about her thinking she was Catfish Hunter with all of her expensive demands before agreeing to play with the Bears. This was a true reference to Hunter's recently becoming the highest paid baseball player in the league. Now, at the time, Tatum O'Neal was one of the hottest things in Hollywood. You never see an actress this young make such a profound statement in the movies. She was born in Los Angeles to actors Ryan O'Neal and Joanna Moore. To say that she had a dysfunctional family would be the understatement of the year. She went on to struggle with drugs and alcohol herself. But the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Her mother, Joanna Moore, who I consider one of my favorite actresses from the 60s, actually the late 50s too. She had a prominent role in the Andy Griffith Show as Andy's girlfriend. And a lot of people feel like she was a much better match for Andy than what eventually went on to be his full-time girlfriend of Helen Crump. Being an outstanding actress, Miss Moore was considered one of the best character actors in Hollywood, and then she started to slide, much like her daughter did years later. She started to misuse alcohol and drugs, mainly amphetamines. She became completely addicted to them, and her personality changed drastically. She was eventually checked in to a psychiatric treatment center. And then after she was released, she was arrested for drunk driving many times in and around Malibu. In 1976, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, and on November 22nd, 1997, she died from the disease just 12 days after her 63rd birthday. It's very sad to think that these two talented actresses lost plenty of screen time because of their addictions, and we missed out on some fabulous roles that they could have played. Take a look at The Bad News Bears. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a really fun film to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.